This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, we'll see something like business parameters space. Business parameters. Okay, so what is the use of business parameters? Means if the value dynamically the value is changing. If the values you want to change the values dynamically, you can able to use the business parameters. Okay, so in the test cases, automatically, if you are going to change the value in the business parameters, automatically the value change in the test cases also. So I have given this example also. Test case one, I am going to open the browser. Then I am going to log in. Login credentials are there. Log out. Like this, I have the test cases. 3 test cases I have like this. 3 test cases. These are 3 test cases with the same test steps case. With the same test steps. 3 test cases. Now what I am going to do it means first I am going to create one library. Okay, library. In the library, I am going to create a reusable test block. Reusable test block. Okay. Now, for the reusable test block, I am going to keep these 3 steps. These are the common steps. Till here, these are the common steps. So I'll keep these common steps in the reusable test block. See here, after this step, if you want, one can do, okay, shopping, add to cart. Add to cart. Okay. One can do, he's going to add the address. So different steps will be there. So one can do, okay, like payment gateway. He's paying the amount. Payment, he's connecting to the payment. Like maybe we have different steps here, but till here you have the common steps. So for the common steps, what I'm going to do it means we are going to reuse these common steps in all the test cases. So I am going to create a library. In the library, I'm going to create something called reusable test block. I'm going to add these common steps. Till here, you people are clear. Fine. Next one is after this, I'm going to use some business parameters. Business parameters. Why I'm going to use the business parameters means if you want to change the value dynamically in runtime, you want to change the value dynamically for each test case, different set of values you want to pass. So then you can use something like a business parameters. Okay. Once you are going to change the value in the business parameters, automatically it is going to change the test cases. Okay. Now see here. I am going to do this example. We'll take the same from starting if you want to do it, or like in the previous also we have done it. First, what I am going to do it means I am going to create one folder. Into the modules, just I'm going to create a folder here. Okay. So I will mention something like business parameters. Okay, business parameters. Cases here. First, I'll open any folder here. Reusable test blocks are there, or I have some basic test cases here. Test cases, basic test 1, test 2, test 3. I'm going to take one test case. See the functionality of a test case. What it is? It is going to open the URL. Then it is going to click on this. Then it is going to enter the username and password. Then it is going to click on logout. Okay. Then it is going to close the browser. I'll check it once. First, I'm going to copy this test case. You can copy the test cases. I'm going to paste the test case in the business parameters folder. Just I'm pasting because I want the test case, so I'm copying and pasting this. Okay. Now I'm going to click on this. You'll get all the steps here. All the steps you are going to get it here. So open URL. I'm opening some URL. Okay. So I am passing some parameter here, configuration parameter. If you want, you can remove this also, no issues. Next, I am entering some value, all these things. I will try to execute this test case one time this, whether it is executing or not. If there is any errors, we can know this. I am executing this. is showing some error. Saying no configuration parameter with email was found, because we have given some configuration parameters. We are going to change the database. See here, open URL, demo web shop. Here I have given some configuration parameter. I don't want. I will enter the data here. Okay. So now I am going to try to execute this test case. So just I need to know the flow of the test case. So I am trying to execute this. Just I need to know the flow of the test case. So I am executing this case. So basic test case I am running. So it is going to log in. So it has to log out. I'm checking whether it is going to close. Okay, it is not closing the browser. I want to close the browser. I want to add one more step, guys. I want to close the browser. Okay, all the steps have been done. I want to add one more step for this test case. How you are going to add the test case for closing the browser, guys? I need to add one more step for this test case to close the browser. What I need to do it?
Right click, add and search.
Close browser, sir.
Okay, I need to check it. Close. Close browser. Okay. So it is asking for the title. It is asking for the title. So I can give whatever the browser it is there. Demo star. So it will take star means it will take any value from here. So this is my test case. This is my test case. So again I am going to execute this. It has to close the browser. I am running this. Okay, done. So test case is like this. So I want three test cases like the same thing, guys. I want three test cases with the same thing. What I can do it, case, I can copy and paste the test cases. I want some multiple test cases. So I can copy. I can paste it here. So I got one more test case. I am going to paste again. I got three test cases. So if I am going to execute these three test cases will execute. All the three test cases will execute. Okay. Now I need to create some reusable test block. I need to create some reusable test block. Reusable test block. When you want to create a reusable test block, first you need to create a library. You need to create a library. I have mentioned here. You need to create a library. Then you need to create a reusable test block and you need to add the test steps. Okay, I'll go here. I'm going to right click on this. That is something like symbol called here. I am going to click on this. It is going to create a library. I'll keep the same name, no problem. If you want, you can change the name also, no issue. I'm going to. Now see here, in the library, I need to create what I need to create is, I need to create a reusable text block. I have created a library. Okay. For one folder, you can create only one library. Inside this, you can create a reusable text block. Reusable text block. Okay. Now, if you are going to create a reusable text block, we can use this multiple times in the same workspace. The same workspace, if you want, you can able to use it multiple times. Okay. I'm going to right click on the library. So this is something called reusable text step block. Reusable text step block. Okay. Now I am going to click on this. I'll give some name. It's a login. Just I am going to give it as login because we are going to use this for the login purpose. I am going to give it as login. Login. I am going to give it as login. Okay. Till here we have created 3 test cases. I have created one library. In the library, I have created something like reusable text block. Till here clear, guys? What I have done? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now see here. I have the test case. In the test case, okay, in this test case, so these steps, open URL and clicking on login, and it is going to enter the directory. These 3 steps are common, so I am going to take these 3 steps because we have some different steps here. You can assume, again I'm saying, guys, you can assume only these 3 steps are common, and remaining steps are, we have a different steps from here. So only these 3 steps are common. That is open browser, login, and login, entering the login credentials and clicking on login. Assume that only these 3 steps are common. Remaining steps, you have the different step like this for the test cases. So by taking the common steps, or by taking the common like test steps, and you are going to make it as reusable. Now what I am going to do is this step, open URL, I am going to take it. Open URL, I am going to take it. I am going to drag this open URL. Before that, I am going to get this library on the top. I'll keep the library here. Okay. Library, we have a login. Now I am going to open this. Open this. Okay. I have an open URL. I am going to keep it here, or you can directly drag and drop this side also. Open URL, I have given. Okay, do this. Then demo. I'm going to give it as demo web shop also. Okay, this step also I'm going to give it in login. In login, I'm going to give it as demo. So it's done. Same login. Okay, it is going to enter the credentials. The same step also I'm going to do it. So all these steps have been added. Now see here. I have taken 3 steps from this basic test case one. Open URL, and it has to click on login. Then it has to enter the login credentials. So these 3 steps I have added reusable text block. Reusable text block I have added. Now what I need to do is for remaining test case also I have the same thing. The remaining test cases also. So I will delete the test steps. See here in these business parameters. Okay. So there is a library. In the library there is a login. Login is a reusable text block. In the block I have these 3 things: open URL, demo web shop, and demo log. That's entering the credentials. These 3 things are done in login. So I have 3 test cases here, guys. Test case 1, I have only 2 steps: log out and close browser. It's done. Then I will go to the test case 2. But test case 2 have all the 5 steps. So I don't want 3 steps. I don't want this 3 steps. 1, 2, and 3. Why? Means we are going to reuse this. So I am going to delete this 3 steps. Open URL, I am going to delete it. Demo web shop, second step I am going to delete it. Third step also I am going to delete it. Done with this. Next, I will go to the basic test case 3. Basic test case 3. I am going to delete the URL. I am going to delete the second step. Clicking on the link. So I am going to delete the login credentials. Okay. Now I have all the 3 test cases with only 2 steps. Remaining steps, if I want to use it now, I need to use from the library only. I have something called reusable test block. I am going to use this. I am going to use this only. If I use this, then only I can able to execute this test case, because all the common steps are going to save it here. Till here, clear guys? What we have done? Guys, till here you are clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Again, don't get confused. Okay. Now see here. Now I have a login here. So I need to use this block. I need to use this reusable test block in all the test cases. I need to use reusable test block in the test cases. Okay. You can drag and drop it in the test cases. It will create like a reference, login reference. See here. For one test case, but this is the basic test case. One, I have drag it and drop. I have dragged and dropped. You have 3 steps in the test case. It will create like this. I'm going to, you can see this here. Demo, this is, it is going to, you know that it is going to click on logout, close the browser, and you will get something like login reference. Whenever you are going to click on this, you are going to get a reference of the test block. You are going to get the reference of the reusable test block here. Okay. So I want this step in the starting. I'll keep it in the starting. It should be the starting. So now done. Now see here. Sorry, it is here only. You can drag and drop it. I will drag it here. Login reference. Keep it in the start. Yeah, done. So I can execute only one test case also. I can see this. I can execute only one test case. Remaining 2, I did not keep any steps, guys. See here. Second and third, I did not add the references. Only for the first step only, I have added first test case only. I have added the reference. See here. I have a login. That is a library. I have a library. In the library, I have a login, which is a reusable test block. So I am using this test block whenever I want. Whenever I want, I can use this block. That's all, guys. So for the first test case, I have used. So it will create something like a login reference. It will create like this. And there is something like second one is it has to be log out and close the browser. I will execute this test case. Right click. I am going to run in Scratch. Okay. We are done with this and log out. Okay. So test case got executed. Test case got executed. Okay. Done with this. The same way, I'm going to make it other 2 test cases also. I'm using this login. It's a reusable test block. I'm going to use this. How I am going to use this case? I need to drag this login. I need to leave on this. Now see here. I'm going to drag for the second test case. Second test case, see here. I don't have the test step also. I don't have any test step here. Now I'm going to drag this login. You can leave it directly here also. So it will create. It will create. Now you can see this. Now see here. There is something like login reference. login reference. I'll go to the basic test case 2. Basic test case 2. I have only 3 steps. So login always it should be in the top. First it has to login, then only it has to go this. Login test case 2. I have that basic test case 2. I'll go to the test case 3. You can see here guys, test case 3. In the test case 3 also, I need this reusable test block. Directly go there, drag it and drop it here. You can get like this. I have dragged and dropped. Go to the test case 3. You need this reference in the first step. Keep it in the first step. Okay. Now we have done the same thing for all the 3 test cases. Now I am going to execute all the 3 test cases. I am going to execute all the 3 test cases. Now just I am minimizing this so that you can able to understand what exactly you are doing. Now see here, I am going to click on business parameters. There is a library in the business parameters. I have 3 test cases. I want to execute all the test cases. I'll right click here, run in Scratchbook. So all the 3 test cases will execute now. All the 3 test cases will execute. Okay, done with this, right? Okay. Now see here, we'll go and see the results also. So everything is clear. What exactly has done it? The results window, you can able to see it. So we have used some reusable test block here. Now we are going to use the business parameters. Till here, everybody clear, guys? If you are clear till here, now we can use the business parameters.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here, I want to click on the business parameters. Always you need to create the business parameters. Always on the RTB, reusable test block. You need to go to the reusable test block. You need to go to the reusable test block. There is a library here. Inside the library, there is a reusable test block. Go to the reusable test block. Right click on this. You can see a symbol like P. It's a parameter. Is there? See here. This is a parameter. So click on the parameter. Some business parameters have been created here, and it will show that add the parameters. Okay. Now I am going to right click here. See here. I am creating a new parameters here. Okay. First parameter, I am going to create some email. Okay. Next, I am going to create some password. So I have created some business parameters here. I have created the business parameters here. How I have created the business parameters, guys? So how to create a business parameters? you need to go to the reusable text block. On the reusable text block, you need to right click. It will show that now it is not there. Already, like if I'm going to delete this again, see here, again I'm going to repeat this case. I will delete these parameters. See here, you need to go to the reusable text block for creating the business parameters. Now, I'm going to right click here. There is a P should be there. I'm creating a business parameter. After creating the business parameter, I need to create the parameters or I need to add the parameter. Right click, this is the parameter. I'm going to mention email and I'm going to create one more parameter, password. Password. I have created the parameters. Till now, clear, guys? Till now, you people are clear?
Yes,
So what I
sir.
have done? Okay, very good. So after creating the business parameters, what I need to do is I need to go to the test cases. In the before going to the test cases, I have created the business parameters. Where I have created the business parameters in the reusable text block. The reusable text block also I have 3 steps here. Open URL, click on login, and I need to enter the username and password. Now I am going to remove this username and password. I need to remove these credentials and I am going to pass the business parameters here. Again, I am saying on the reusable text block, I have created business parameter. I have added the business parameter, username, email, and password. Okay. Now, in the same reusable text block, there is a test step where we are going to enter the username and password. I am going to remove this case. I will remove this username and password. I am going to remove. Just have removed. So entire thing, whatever we are doing, are using the business parameters. We are going to use the reusable text block only. In this login only, and this is the reusable text block. If you want, I can rename this also. Login. It is a reusable text block. RTB I have mentioned. RTB. In the RTB only, I am doing this. What I have done it, I have created a business parameters. I have added the email ID and password. In this RTB only, there is the test step. That is credentials, username and password. I need to enter the email and password. I am going to delete. Okay. Till here, clear, guys? What I have done it? I have just removed the username and password after creating this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what I need to do is I need to drag and drop. See here, I'll go to the RTB. I'm clicking on this RTB. It is showing there is I have created 2 business parameters. Okay. After this, it is showing it is going to open the URL like this. All the steps will be there. RTB. In the RTB, I have a business parameters. After this, we are going to open the URL. Okay. After this, I am going to click on login. Then I am going to enter the login page. These 3 steps are there, which is in reusable text block. Again, I think there is a reusable text block where we have a business parameters. Then you need to open the URL. Then you need to click on login. Then you need to enter the username and password. I am going to open this. There is no username and password here because I have already, there is email and password. I have removed. Okay. Then I will go to the business parameters. There is a business parameters, email and password. I am going to fill this email value and password value with these business parameters. I am going to drag this. I am going to keep it here. I am going to drag this business parameter. I am going to keep it here. I am going to drag this password. I am going to keep it here. Why means if you are going to drag and drop it here means in the runtime you can dynamically give the multiple sets of value. You can use the multiple sets of value. Now see here. I'll go here. Email. I am going to drag it. I am going to keep it here. Just a moment, please. I'll go here. keeping the email here. Okay, done with this. Next, I will go here. I'm going to drag the password. I'm going to keep it here. So I have given some values here. I am giving some values. Whatever the value you are going to pass it here, take that value. I'm saying. Okay, done with this. Done with this business parameter. Just I have dragged the email. I have kept it here. I'm going to drag the password. I'm going to keep it here. So again, I'm saying there is a reusable text block where I have created business parameters. Business parameters, I have created email and password. Then in the test case, test steps, I have deleted the username and password. There is the email value and password value. I have replaced it with business parameters. Okay, done till here. Till here we have done. Okay. Now go to the test cases. Go to the test cases. Okay. Go to the test cases. So RTB work is done. Go to the test cases. In the test cases, there is a reference we have already created. In this reference, you can pass the business parameters, whatever you want, you can pass it. So first time I'm going to use different values. So some different values, whatever it is that you are going to use. So one value is this. I'm going to pass the password. So it will log in with this. It will log in with this. First test case. I'll go to second test case. I'll go to second test case. So second test case, I'm going to use some other value. Second test case, again, I need to go to that reference. I need to pass the email and password. So same thing, but you are passing the multiple data here. Multiple data you are passing. You are passing some multiple data here. Now, I'm going to use some password. Okay. So any of you people has been created some username and password, right? For this, give me some username and password. I'll enter here this. Any data it is going to fit. So give me your usernames and password. Is anybody? I'm going to enter here. Anyone? Give some data, any data.
Sir, Shweta Reddy .g.
Shweta REDDY, right?
Dot G.
Okay.
456. Sir, 456.
456.
@gmail.com.
Anything like what is the password for this?
Sir, carp sir. And C capital, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
1 2 3 4 5.
Okay. Now I'm going to execute this. Now I'm going to execute this. So for first set of data, I have given my name. Second set of data, I have given my name. Then I have given here Sweta name here I have given. So I'm going to execute this test cases. So right click. I'm going to run a scratch book. See here how it is going to execute.
4 5.
So done with the second test case. Now we have one more test case. Okay, done with all the test cases. So we have passed the values dynamically. We have passed the values. Okay, and you can see the results also here. All the test cases have been passed. All the test cases have been passed. You can able to see it. Each and every test case you can able to see it here. If you want, you can able to execute the test case separately also. You know that how to execute this. So till here clear for the business parameters. Do you have any doubt here? We'll go for the next topic.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Next one. We'll go for the next topic. Next one is today, like we'll see some other topic, that is action modes in Tosca. Action modes in Tosca. Action modes in Tosca. Now, when you go here, okay, when you go here in the test cases, there is something the action mode here. Action mode. If anybody is not getting the action mode, you need to right click here. If you are not going to get it, so you need to select the Windows kind of thing here. If you are not going to get it, column chooser will be there. You can choose the columns also. Okay. There's the action modes. See here, I am entering the username here. It is the input. Input is there, one of the action mode. So these are the whatever the, see here. I'm going to click on this. I'll show that yes. There's a lot of action modes here. These are the action modes. Input is there, verify is there, buffer is there, wait on is there, select is there, constant is there. So these are the action modes. These are the action modes. Okay. Now see here. First, you know that input is the action mode where we are going to input the data. We are going to enter some data. Then you need to select here input. Now see here, click is there. I don't want to click. See here, we are going to click. If you want, you can select also. Okay, normally though. So you are going to give some input. Input means see here. Here I am going to give the input. Input means I am entering some email or I am entering some password. That is the input case. So if you are going to give some input to application, that is something like an input. Now I'm going to open that application. Okay. If I'm going to type something guys here, I'm going to type something. This is also an input. Whatever the data I'm entering, that is something like an input. Now see here, what I will do, it means I'm going to create one test case. I'm going to create one test case. I'll go to the module first. I'm going to scan this. Right click, I'm creating some folder. Folder name, I can put something like action modes. Action modes. Okay. Now I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to scan the web page. I'm going to click on this. Now I need only 2 or 3 properties on this page. I don't want the entire page. So what I'm going to do, it means I'm going to use this symbol, you know, the select on screen. I'm going to take this store search button. So these are enough for me. I'm going to save this. You know this, these items are unique, which you have selected is unique. Okay. Now it has been created. For this, see here, for this, I have only demo web shop. So I have taken something like search. I need to search something and click on the search button. Okay. I'm going to create a test case for this. I'm going to create a test case for this. I'll go to the test cases. So here also I'm going to create one folder. I'm going to create one folder. Maybe we can keep the same name. Okay, action modes. Action modes in Tosca. Okay. Now I'm going to create one test case here. First test case. I'm creating one test case in this. I can give something like input. I'm checking the input test case. Input one, whatever the things. Input one I have. Just I'm giving the test case name as input one because we are checking for the input. Okay. Now I'll go here. I'm going to drag this demo web shop. I'm going to leave on this test case. Leave on this test case. Okay. You got two steps here. Two steps. Now, when you see this, I want to search something here. I want to search something here. I want to click on search. Okay. I want to search for the books. I want to search for the books. So what I need to do, I need to give the input books. Then I need to click on search. Okay. Search means I am going to click on this. So here I am going to enter some data. Okay. Whatever the things, we are going to search something here. Okay. Or okay. So okay. Now see here. I'll go here. I need to search something. Okay. I need to search something like books. Okay. When you are going to enter the data, automatically take as the input. You are giving the input. That is one of the action mode. You are going to give the input to this. So that is something like an action mode. So then search. So I'm going to give something like click on this. Click on this. So here also you are going to click. Click means you are giving some input to the application. Here you are giving the input. Books means you are entering some data. Entering some data is an input. Again, clicking also you are trying to give some input to this button. Click. Okay. Okay. Now see here. I am going to execute this test case. So it is getting failed. Why means just a moment. The page should be this page. Now it will execute. See here, I am going to run this case. Okay, it is going to click on this. So it is giving some input to the application. Input to the application. This is one action mode. So you are providing some input to the application base. Input. Okay, this is one of the mode. Next one. We'll see next one like verify. Verify. Actually, next one we can see something like verify this. Now the same page I am going to take it. The same page I am going to take it. I'll go here. I will write one more test case. I will write one more test case. I'm going to write one more test case here. I'm going to copy this test case. Okay. This I'm going to keep test. I will change the name as -input. Now I'm going to create one more test case. One more test case I'm going to create. I'm going to copy this test case. See here, just I have copied this test case. I'm going to paste on the action mode because I'm going to use this test case for verify. I'm going to use this test case for verify. Okay. Now here, I'll go here. Okay, I'm providing some input to this. Everything is okay. Now what I need to do it means for this test case, second test case, I'm going to change the name of the test case. I'll keep it as verify. Okay. Now, first thing means verify. Verify means you are going to check whether the particular value is present on the particular object or not. So we can check whether the object is present or object is visible. All these things you can able to check with this. Okay, I will type it here. First one, we can view the input. Okay, it will insert the data into the insert, or we can say insert the data or input the data. Second one is we have verify. Verify is one of the action mode. What is the use of verify means it will check whether the particular value present in a particular object or not. Value present on particular object. If there is any value, whatever the value we have given, it is present in the object or not. That is one thing it is going to check it. Next, it is going to check, okay, object is visible on the screen or not. Like you can say you can say like this: object, not only value, object is present on the screen. Object is present on the screen or not. Okay, it is going to check it. It is going to check it. Okay? It is going to check, okay, whether object is visible on the screen. Some objects are there like not visible, okay, or like object is visible on the screen. You can check it. Or object is disabled or enabled. Object is enabled or disabled. These things we are going to check it. Object is present on the screen or visible on the screen, same thing is same. It is present or visible on the screen, same. Then it is going to check whether the object is enabled or disabled. That is, we are going to use something like verify. Verify, we are going to use it. Okay. Now I'll go here. I have created one test case which verify. Here, what I am going to do it means there is a book, so I'm going to check something like books. Okay, or I remove this. I'll mention something like computer. I'm going to mention it has been click on after it has been click. But before that, after entering the computer, I want to check whether computer has been entered here correctly or not. So I need to enter a computer there. I need to enter a computers there. Computers will enter. But before that, I need to check whether computers has been entered clearly or not. I need to verify. Whether the text has been entered successfully there or not. Okay. At the time, what I am going to do is I need some steps like this. What I require is first step, I need to enter computers. Just in search box. Guys, you people are understanding or not? Guys, you people are there or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here. We are going to enter the computers in the search box first step. Second step, I need to verify whatever the text I have entered. So computer text equal to computers. I have entered some text. That should be some computers. It should be like computers. What I have entered. Okay, I need to verify. And third step, I need to search. Click on search. I need to click on search. These are the three steps. First one, I'm going to enter computers in the search box. Then I need to check, I need to verify whatever the text I have entered is a computers or not. Then I need to click on search. So these are the three steps. Okay. In these three steps, first step, I need this box. Which one? This box I need. Okay. This box is saved here as Q. See here, Q, it is saved here as Q. I need that box. Okay. First step also, I require that Q box to enter the data. So second step also, I require the Q box to verify the data. Q box. And the third step, I need, okay, third step, I need search button. It is here, see here. You can see search button. So here I have a search button. So these things I require. Okay. Now what you understand here, guys? Here, both the steps I need to use 2 times. So that is the Q box I am going to use 2 times. Multiple times I need to use the same test step. Same test step I need to use the multiple times here. So I have 2 steps here. One is this step, first step, and second step is search. I need to use Q step 2 times. How I am going to use this case? I have teach you previously.
We can use cardinalities.
So how you are going to use the cardinalities?
Go to test steps and right click
Okay, first you can right click here itself,
properties
jump to the modules.
models.
I'll go to the modules. So this is the test step. Okay, what I
And
need to
go
do?
to properties.
Okay, these are the
Cardinality.
properties. Okay,
Cardinality means 0 to n, sir.
yeah, one n you can give, or 2 means only less, right? I can give 2 also. Very good, very good. Okay, now see here. I'll go here. I'll get one test step extra. So here I can write. Here I can write it. Okay, same computers. Same. It has to enter computer. It has to enter. Already computer is entered here. Okay. It has to enter. I am going to keep it as verify. Input here, action mode is verify. I am asking it to verify whether it has been added computer or not. Then again, I will go to the test steps in the modules. I will remove this cardinality. I will make it 0 to 1. Otherwise, it will add the test steps. Okay. Now I will go to the test cases. Okay, this is the thing. Now I will execute this case. See, first step I have mentioned computer. Second step I am verifying whether it is entering computer or not. Then I am going to click on this. I'll go here. I am going to execute this test case. Okay, we can see in the results. Now we can see in the results case. I'll go to the results. So I have kept something like it is showing like verification successful. If you double click here, you can see here our expected value is computer. Our expected value, actual value is of the computer. So it's got passed. It got passed. Now I'm going to fail this step. Fail this step means I'll make it here computers. Okay, here only computers. Or I'll make here as books. Books I'm going to keep it. I'm going to execute this. Now it is failed because it is entering computer, but we are going to verify for books. Now see here. Right click. I'm going to run in Scratch. Okay. Now you can see this why it is failed. Sorry, no matching tab found. Just a moment. You need it. Okay, from here you can do it. I'm going to run it again. Run in Scratch. Okay. Now you can see that it is failed. Why it is failed? See here, verification failed. Now you can see this. Verification has failed. Expected value is books, but the actual value is computers. Okay. So this is the thing. And finally, it is verification is passed here. Verification is passed.